Hare Krishna followers are a familiar sight on the streets of London and many Western cities. Since the movement arrived from India 16 years ago, many young people have been persuaded to abandon their Western lifestyle and devote themselves to this Eastern religion. The rules are strict, the life difficult. In this, the third program in our series on the cults, we go inside Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Jai Haribol, Jai. Time to rise, what's the time? It's 2 o'clock. Okay.
2 o'clock in the morning, the Hare Krishna temple in London's West End. The start of another day for Tim Webster, a 23-year-old Londoner. Tim's first thought is to fix his mind on God by continually chanting his name.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
His mind is allowed to wander away from God only during sleep. Dedicated followers of Krishna, like Tim, are called devotees. They believe in simple living and high thinking. After a cold shower, Tim spends 2 hours chanting and reading from ancient scriptures. The beliefs and practices of Hare Krishna come from the traditional religion of India, Hinduism. Devotees believe in reincarnation and in one God. God has taken many forms, they believe, the original and most perfect of them being Krishna, who was alive on earth 5,000 years ago. Each devotee has vowed to chant the names of God, Hare, Krishna and Rama, at least 1,700 times a day. Devotees have adopted not just their beliefs, but also their appearance from India.
We wear a very simple cloth, the dhoti, simply one piece of cloth tied in a certain way. And we shave the head, which is a symbol of renunciation.
Branshaw has been a devotee for over 10 years. Devotees like him are expected to live a spiritual life in the temple, devoted completely to Krishna.
The particular significance of the tilak, as it's called, this mark here, this mark is made from clay taken from the Ganges, sacred river in India. This actually marks the footprint of God on the forehead of a devotee to symbolize the surrender at the feet of God as the servant of God.
A tuft of hair, or sika, is left at the back of the head. It covers what is believed to be a particularly sensitive spot through which the most spiritually advanced individuals will leave their bodies when they die. The devotees all attend 4 services each morning, the first at 4:30. This, later on, is the greeting of the deities. Hare Krishna devotees believe God is present on earth in the form of his names, so much of the service consists simply of chanting God's names.
This is one of the easiest, most direct ways of showing our appreciation of God's beauty and trying to serve him in our lives. Anyone, even a child, can sing the name of God. The name of God is, according to our understanding, the name is non-different from God himself. As soon as I say the sound Krishna, Krishna or God is actually present in that sound.
The deities in the temple, representing several different forms of God, have been bathed, dressed and decorated for the day. For the Hare Krishna devotees, God is a real person.
Literally, Krishna means the most beautiful person, the most attractive person. Everyone is looking for someone beautiful, someone attractive to give their love to. And as devotees, we have found that person in Krishna or God.
The devotees have dedicated their lives to serving God not just through worship, but in every action, including work. Tim Webster works in the kitchens of the vegetarian restaurant run by the movement. Cooking for Tim is more than just a job.
I think when I'm cooking, I'm actually cooking for God. I'm not cooking for myself, you see. So we give up selfish desires. So everybody's trying to fulfill themselves, you see. But we're trying to satisfy God. So that's why life is spiritual.
It's now 8:30. Tim is over 6 hours into his daily routine.
20 degrees centigrade. The outlook for Saturday were warm and humid. And once
A few miles away, it's still only breakfast time for his parents in their South London flat. Tim is the youngest of Mr. and Mrs. Webster's 3 children. All have left home now, and Tim's father has retired from his job as a building worker. Mrs. Webster remembers her son changing during his teenage years.
Well, he used to go to discos, go to the pub at the weekend, go out with girlfriends and bring a few of them home, and sort of like a normal teenage boy would be. And then as he got older, he said that he would like to go to India to study the religion out there, and we weren't very keen on that, but as we both said, well, he was old enough then to do what he wanted to do, and he went up to the temple in Soho.
There are probably as many reasons for joining the Hare Krishna movement as there are devotees. For Tim, his family life and social life with friends was simply not enough. He took up karate, an ancient form of self-defense first developed by Buddhist monks, and he became interested in the spiritual side of karate. As a result, he began to question what he was doing with his life and where it was leading to.
And I think, is this really happiness? Is this what we're... And that was when I was young. That was when I was 20. Trying to enjoy these kind of things. I thought, what about when I'm 50? Will my pleasure come from them? If I'm 20 now and this is the height of my pleasure, when I'm 50, what kind of pleasure will I get then?
Dissatisfaction with their present life in one way or another is the reason why many of the devotees turn to Hare Krishna. To the outsider, the lifestyle chosen as an alternative by these young people appears alien and exotic. It is undeniably a hard life. The devotees have few home comforts and few personal possessions. They live by strict vows which forbid them to eat meat or to take any intoxicants, including tea and coffee. Hobbies and entertainments are regarded as frivolous unless directed towards Krishna. They remain celibate until marriage. Hare Krishna was brought to young Westerners in 1965 by a 70-year-old Indian, Swami Prabhupada, who'd never before left India. Prabhupada travelled penniless to New York, where he founded the first temple and initiated 8,000 people into what he called Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada died 3 years ago. Life-size models of him now occupy a place of honour in Krishna temples. Some of the last years of his life were spent at a manor house near Watford, a gift to Hare Krishna from one of the Beatles, George Harrison. Prabhupada's study is kept as a shrine. Fresh flowers are placed there every day. The study is cleaned carefully, and the day's page in the diary turned. Though Prabhupada is dead, his mission lives on, the mission of spreading Krishna consciousness in the West.
So take one of these, give it a read. I think you'll enjoy it. You look quite intelligent, okay? And when are you going back to Myanmar? A few weeks, something like that.
Hare Krishna devotees like to do their preaching on the street, in the tradition of Indian holy men.
Or just for holidays?
Street encounters also provide an opportunity to pass on some of the 90 million books and magazines published by the movement.
This is our address here. We have one temple.
Young people are invited to visit the London temple for a free meal.
We do a vegetarian meal, free of charge, every day. There's one for you, okay? They give
At
a
this
short
stage,
talk about
everybody is welcome.
reincarnation, karma, these sort of things. And you can ask questions.
If this soul is eternal, what is the relationship between this eternal soul and Krishna?
Oh, what is our relationship? There are so many different relationships, just like here in this material world.
For many who come, the food is probably more important than the preaching.
Yeah, well, sometimes there are problems with bums when I come here. All your bums come up here and try to grab a free meal and everything off them all the time.
The act of giving food is important to the devotees. It demonstrates the success of their community, as well as advertising their lifestyle and beliefs. The Krishna consciousness movement has used Western technology and enterprise to spread its message further afield. This is probably the only 32-ton articulated temple in the world. It's named after Lord Chaitanya, the Indian saint who brought about a revival of devotion to Krishna in the 16th century. The travelling temple cost £25,000 and has clocked up 20,000 miles visiting festivals and exhibitions. The aim is to take Krishna consciousness to every town in Britain. Inside the 40-foot trailer are a kitchen, showers and a library, as well as a temple. Visitors to this travelling temple are supposed to experience some of the peace and beauty of Krishna. Those who want to know more are likely to come here, Chaitanya College in Worcestershire, where the travelling temple is based. This country house was acquired by the movement in 1979. It now houses a community of 150. It's here that would-be devotees learn the beliefs and practices of their calling. At this stage, Hare Krishna are highly selective about the sort of person they want.